If you're on the speaking schedule, if you can come towards the front, please.
Guys, over.
Yeah, come on down. We'd love to get you on the news.
No, well, you need help?
It's like on a hill.
They got 80 million when they shut it. Well, when they got 55, they turned that in. They had them. Oh, you got it.
If you're in the back row, try to hold the sign up.
Over a year later.
You hide us. You hide us.
Alright.
Oh, wait. I thought that is some Scott. Yeah, that's cool. That's right there. And then Kane checks.
One second, it's not working.
Give us 1 second, everybody. The generator needs to be turned on. We still have room down here if people want to join.
Well, that's part of the problem.
Pizza. Please.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You don't want to be with it? You don't have to, but if you want to stay with it, look very efficient, so. No, of course.
Megan, you want to test the mic?
Is the mic on? See if you can flick it on.
Megan, is it working now? It sounds like it's working.
No, the speaker over there.
There's one right there.
Is it working?
Yeah. Just turn it on.
Everybody look up. Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Our legislators, the press, and the caregivers at Crozer-Chester. My name is Maureen May. I'm a registered nurse, and I work at Temple University Hospital. And I am here to talk about harm. Because what's happening here at Crozer is harm. We're doing harm. And if you're a caregiver and you are a healthcare provider, you take an oath to do no harm. What's happening in Crozer community here in Delco is harm, is how we look at it at PASNA. And in healthcare, we have an analysis that we do, and if you're a physician, a nurse, or caregiver that understands what ZHA is, it's zero harm analysis. So I want everybody to say, ZHA! ZHA! That's what we're here. We want zero harm, and we want to do an analysis of what the harm is that'll happen to this community if we lose this health system. It is our goal at PASNAP to do no harm. We take a healing mission. We are in a healing mission. And the Crozer system is part of healing. And PASNAP is here to make sure that we heal this community. We have a temporary reprieve. I always look at it as we have resuscitated a patient. And we have resuscitated Crozer system temporarily. But we're going to continue to care. That's what we do once we resuscitate a patient. We're going to resuscitate this healthcare system. That's why.
That's a nice prospect.
And we at PASNAP, I just have to read part of our mission at PASNAP. Our PASNAP mission is a healing mission. It's where we place the value in our organization. And in our mission, this is straight from the mission, is to promote safe, quality health care and to campaign for laws which will improve patient safety and promote patient safety. And that's why we're here today. This is about zero harm. And there's also a thing that we call never events. If you are a healthcare worker, you know what a never event is. And a never event is what's happening here. Unfortunately, it's not listed on the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services list of harm or events. But I will read exactly what comes out of CMS for never events. Never events in healthcare are defined by the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services as errors in medical care that are identifiable. We're identifying that right now. They're preventable, and we're trying to prevent that right now. And are serious in their consequences to the patients and to the community. And that's why this is a never event, should never happen. And that's why we have to not have private equity in healthcare. We invite our stakeholders in the community around us to join us and to ensure that this health system stays open while we have our reprieve as we just resuscitated briefly, because it could go down the drain again. But if we're PASNAP and we're PASNAP strong, we're going to make sure that the community is not going to go down, and that's why we are here. So I stand before you PASNAP proud as PASNAP president, as 42 years in critical care, and right now it's a critical condition. And we're going to make sure that we resuscitate and that we make sure that there's zero harm to this community. And thank you for being here. I now want to introduce one of our speakers here. She's a pharmacist at Crozer Health System, Judy Ramus.
I'm Judy Ramos. I'm the president of PASNAP Society of Pharmacists here at Crozer. I wanted to thank you all for coming out today and really believing that Crozer and Taylor hospitals have to stay open. I wanted to thank all of the unions. Okay. I wanted to thank all of the unions that are here to support us. I know the firefighters are out in number. We have members of 1199 here. We have members of 1310 LIU. And we have many members of PASNAP. And now, I'd like to begin this by inviting our city chaplain, Amanda Johnson, up here to lead us off in a prayer.
As we take a moment to pray in unity and strength. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you've allowed us to see. Even as the sun shines upon us right now, we know that you are in control. We thank you, oh God, for the unity that is displayed in this place right now, the love that is displayed in this place right now, the caring that is displayed in this place right now, for the voices that carry cannot speak for themselves, for the people that may not be able to be here because they are in the hospital. We speak for them right now. We pray, oh God, that you would intercede right now. We pray right now, oh God, that you would just touch the hearts. Touch the hearts of the people that makes the decisions, oh God, that their heart will be open and mindful to do no harm. That their hearts will be open and mindful to care about the people. That the decisions that they make will put the people first. So we thank you for what you're doing in the midst of this stirring up and this coming together so that we can speak, oh God, loud and clear to keep the doors open. So touch the hearts, the minds, the spirits of every person that comes to that table, and let their heart be turned toward you and turned toward the people so that your will be done and that no harm will be done. Thank you. Next, I want to introduce a warrior, a do no harm warrior who has the healing mission in her heart and has been at Crozer for many, many years, and who was out here for the press conference last week and spoke so eloquently and with fierce voice that says, we will not let this hospital close. Peggy Malone, the president of Crozer. All right, here we go. Listen, we are here for one reason and one reason only. This hospital will not close. We have a responsibility to the patients of this community. We have a responsibility to the people who work here, and we have a responsibility to each other. I grew up in Collingdale, and when you grow up in Collingdale, friends and family, there's no distinction. That's what you are. Friends, family, it's a community. And then I came here to Crozer to work, where I've been 37 years. And it's the same thing. We're friends and we're family, and we are going to fight like hell to keep this hospital open. Nobody is going to take this from us in this community. Our patients have no voice. And Prospect Medical came in here counting on the fact that they were going to go into an impoverished area where people had no voice, and they were going to destroy us and take this health system from us. Well, I am sorry, you are wrong. And anybody who knows me knows I don't take the slang Delco lightly. And I am very protective of anything that has any reference to Delco. Well, let me tell you, Prospect, you messed with the wrong town. This is Delco, and this is what we do. We are Delco strong and Delco proud, and nobody gets our health system, and I mean nobody. And so what we need is what we've had. We have all of our state legislature here, all of our state representatives, Leanne and Lisa and Christine, Senator Kane, Senator Carney. We could not have done this without you. You have been with us for at least 5 years. You have never stopped. You have never, ever let us down. And we could not be here today without all of you. We just could not do this, and we are going to continue to fight. So what has to happen next? We are grateful. We are very grateful that the Crozer Foundation was able to give some money to kind of give us a reprieve and keep us open. What we're understanding is a couple more weeks. In that time, we are counting on the Governor Shapiro, and the Attorney General Dave Sunday, who we know are working tirelessly, trying to find community systems, University of Pennsylvania, Mainline Health, any surrounding hospital to come in and to help us, because we want this hospital to be here long after any of us. And so today, we are begging the governor, we are begging the attorney general, and we are begging the surrounding health system to come help us. Because you know what? They took an oath too, and they took an oath to help people and to do no harm. And so we are dying here, and we are literally dying, and our patients will die if they don't help us. And I demand that they help us. They have a responsibility. And if the foundation was willing to step up and help us, so should they. Because we know what this community will do, and we know we will bring this health system back. We just need Prospect to leave. We need them to never come back, and we need them to never do this to another town in Pennsylvania or this country ever again. I will always be proud
to say I'm from Delco. And anybody who knows me knows that. But I have never more proud than I am here today, because this is what Delaware County looks like. People who care about each other, and we will not stop until we save this hospital. And so we are asking the people that can help us to continue to help us. And if not, we will do this time and time and time again until we get the help that we need. Because in Delaware County, we don't quit, and this hospital will not close.
Next, it is our honor to present a close friend of PASNAP and an ally for all union members, the senator from this district, Senator John King. Senator King has had a front row seat to the reign of terror that Prospect has inflicted upon Delaware County. Thank you, Senator King.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. So I was asked again to come out and speak, being a union member. Well, I want to say thank you to our EMT workers, our nurses, our doctors, everybody that works here at Chester Crozer. See, I'm also a cancer survivor, so I know what it's like to have good health care and be afforded another chance in life, and I haven't forgot that. And when I was dealt the hand of being a senator and dealing with Prospect early on, it was not a pretty sight. See, I grew up in Delco. I'm Delco strong. Yeah. This nose didn't get this way from backing up. That much I can assure you. But one of the things I can say, Prospect, you came here to run a business. Maybe you should have started off small. Maybe a lemonade stand at first. Because God damn it, you don't know how to run a hospital. I said some things at a hearing yesterday, and people want me to take it back about criminal charges against the CEO and the board member.
No way, no way, no way.
Hell no. And I won't. And I won't. I'm calling on our Attorney General and our DA here in Delco to look into criminal charges against the CEO who stole $90 million away from this place. We can't allow that to happen. In closing, I'm here with all our elected officials. We're here to work with you, to work with the receiver.
Yeah, he's a receiver.
And the healthcare institutions that are here listening to us, because I know they are. Please, I'm begging you, please come here and help out. You got a wonderful staff of people that love this hospital, love this community, and I'm calling on you to come in and help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator King. I'm now going to introduce another healthcare provider, Dr. Max Cooper, who also takes an oath to do no harm. Thank you for joining us and for speaking.
Hello, I'm Dr. Max Cooper. I'm an ER doctor at Crozer. I just want to start by thanking all the fellow doctors, nurses, medics, pharmacists, students, and allies who have shown up repeatedly in our efforts to save Crozer at this rally. And I want to thank the Foundation and the Attorney General for buying us some additional weeks as we sort out and negotiate a plan to keep this hospital sustainable in the long term. In medicine, seconds matter. When I first started at this hospital many years ago, I cared for a young woman who came to our hospital sick. She thought she had a cold, she couldn't breathe, she originally went to urgent care, and they realized very quickly that she was too sick to be seen at that facility. And so they sent her to Crozer. And we immediately started caring for her on her arrival. But it was very obvious that she was incredibly ill. She was gray, She couldn't breathe, and as we were talking to her, her heart stopped and she collapsed. Because she was here, we were able to resuscitate her. In medicine, seconds matter. And she's alive today because we were able to resuscitate her and hook her up to a heart-lung bypass machine and get her flown to a specialty ICU. She's alive today because of our care teams and because of that hospital and because we were there. Her family is here right now in this crowd, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the trust you placed in our hearts. I'm also reminded of a patient I cared for just a few weeks ago. A young man, shot in the leg and the belly, not far from where we all stand. And there were significant delays in the care he got because of the contraction of EMS services, because of the disinvestment by Prospect Medical Holdings. And because of those delays, as he arrived to our ambulance bay, right over our shoulders, his heart stopped and he died. And our care team did everything possible to try to revive him. I opened his chest and I held his lifeless heart with my own bare hands, trying to squeeze life into his body. And we failed. In medicine, seconds matter in our efforts to save lives. And while they did not pull the trigger, the disinvestment in this facility and the contraction of EMS care because of Prospect Medical Holdings killed that young man. And they need to be held responsible. And we cannot close this hospital down. So my ask to you today is simple. Join us. Join us in calling for the Attorney General, the Governor, Foundation for Delaware County, all of our healthcare allies in the region, Penn, Jeff, Christiana, Mainline. Join us in calling for them to negotiate a long-term sustainable plan for our healthcare system. In our fight to save lives, seconds absolutely matter. And in our fight to save this hospital, your voices matter. Our voices matter. And we need to let them know that we cannot close this hospital down.
Next, we have the Mayor of Chester. So I'd like to introduce Stefan Roots.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Bill Denon. I'm the mayor over in Upland. And along with Stefan and everyone here, we are outraged over this. All right? I want you to know we're standing behind every one of you. My mother was a nurse, long time, and I just can't thank everything that you guys do.
It was called Chester Hospital. It's no longer here. As I was growing up into my mid-20s, I was cared for at Sacred Heart Hospital in Chester. It's no longer here. We're not letting this one go. Nope. Oh no, we're not letting this one go. As wealth moved from Chester City to build communities throughout Delaware County starting in the 1960s, a steady lack of investment and development in Chester led to a high rise of poverty among our residents. To survive, Chester welcomed polluting industry on the waterfront, which has resulted in creation of a population that suffers with the highest level of many health disparities in the state. The need for acute medical care in Chester became more desperate to the point that right now we don't have any primary care physicians, no pediatricians, no OB-GYNs and all those other letters that make up the medical community. But Crozer's been here through all of our struggles. Medical care costs steadily rise, and commonly the most impoverished communities face the biggest health challenges. And almost all of them, or all of us, count on Crozer-Chester to serve us when we have no money, when we don't have basic health insurance to cover the health care cost. This is called a safety net hospital for a reason. And then there's Prospect Medical Holdings. They saw a struggling hospital system and sweet-talked some folks to let them save the day by buying the system from them. They obviously failed in their mission of providing quality health care, bankrupt our hospital, and mismanagement and greed is the result of where we are today. They've starved our communities of tax dollars. They've starved our school districts of tax dollars, of which was a major factor in approving a private buyer in the first place. Governor Shapiro says it best when he says that private equity has no place in health care. Now, that's not to say private equity is all bad, especially for those who believe in the power of capitalism. But what we're experiencing here is a rogue flavor of capitalism designed to make a few wealthy, even while they leave our hospital in hospice care. Hopefully, Pennsylvania and the bankruptcy court can claw back some of that money from Prospect that they took from us. We're all going to do what we can to keep the hospital open, but the least we have to do is keep the emergency room open. There's a highway right over here. There's accidents. Burn Center.
Yes. Oncology.
Someone mentioned gunshots, dog bites, and on and on and on. They only gave you 2 minutes, so you guys can stop. What I'm doing on a nearly daily basis is sitting with my own team and teams around the county to figure out how we're going to provide ambulance service. Because if this piece shuts down, yeah, there's hospitals around, but we can't get there because many of the ambulances come right from out of here. We didn't budget a couple $1 million for ambulances, neither did his town or the town over there or the town over there. So all that has to be figured out. I'm really proud that Chester is engaged in finding a solution. So, thank you, Crozer staff. Thank you, elected officials. Thank you, Chester City Council, for being here today, backing me up, proving that Chester is all in this with you. Thank you, Foundation for Delaware County, for fighting for Crozer long before anyone was paying attention that anything was wrong. Thank you, private businesses who are offering your services and your expertise. Yeah, we've been punched in the gut, but we're Delco strong. Join the fight for Chester. Join the fight for Crozer.
Thank you. The next speaker is a paramedic, a friend, and someone who saves lives daily. Kate Denny is a member of the PASNAP board, and I'm proud to call her Delco Strong.
Thank you, Maureen. So my name is Kate Denny. I stand before you today, not just as the president of the paramedic union, but as a fellow healthcare worker, a fighter for our patients, and a protector of our communities. We are here today because Prospect has failed us. They have failed our patients, they have failed our hospitals, and they have failed the very mission of healthcare, and we will not stand for it in silence.
Nope.
Prospect Medical Holdings has bled our hospitals dry, stripping them of resources while their executives line their pockets. They claim financial hardship, yet their investors walk away with millions. Now they plan to close us, and they plan to close Taylor, putting thousands of jobs on the line and leaving our communities without critical care. This isn't just about job loss. It's about human lives. It's about that stroke victim who won't get to the hospital in time. It's about that child who needs emergency care but has to travel miles further. It's about that pregnant mother who has nowhere to birth her baby. It's about that gunshot victim that I treated last night who was scared that he was going to die because there wasn't a hospital available. Prospect took over our hospitals with promises of investment and better care. Instead, they gutted them, drained the funds, and left us to collapse. And then they have the nerve to ask for money from our foundations and government to clean up their mess while they walk away with their profits. Disgusting. We say no more. No more corporate greed disguised as healthcare. No more decisions made in boardrooms at the expense of frontline workers and patients. No more sacrificing lives for profit. We demand that Prospect be held accountable. We demand that the hospitals remain open, and we demand that the funds meant for the patient's care go where they belong, and that's to the patients and to the healthcare workers that serve them. We are paramedics, nurses, doctors, techs, and staff. We are the lifeline of this community, and we will not back down. We will fight, we will be heard, and we will not be stopped until justice is served. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to bring up Tom Polizzi. Tom is a social worker here at Crozer and the Vice President of Crozer Professionals United.
Go, Tom!
Hey everyone. Crozer Medical Pros, we are allied professionals. We're lab technicians, dietitians, physical, occupational, speech therapists, and social workers. Like everyone else here, we are here day in, day out because we're committed to our community. I'd like to read a message sent to us by UNAP President Lynn Blaze. The United Nurses and Allied Professionals Union represents 7,000 nurses, technologists, therapists, support staff, and other healthcare workers in Rhode Island, Vermont, and Connecticut. They have dealt directly with Prospect at their hospitals in Rhode Island. The United Nurses and Allied Professionals has had to fight Prospect at every turn since they came into Rhode Island and bought 2 of our community hospitals and a home health service. Prospect sucked every last nickel out of these community hospitals in the interest of making massive profits for shareholders. Now they're in bankruptcy, and we are facing all-out catastrophe in our healthcare system if these hospitals close. We stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Pennsylvania as you face a similar struggle. Your nurses, healthcare professionals, patients, and community members deserve better.
Yes. Yes.
For-profit scavengers like Prospect have no place in our healthcare system. We strongly urge Pennsylvania leaders to secure the future of these healthcare facilities by partnering with someone who is willing to keep these hospitals open, invest in the workforce, protect these important jobs, and continue providing critical care for the families who depend on them.
Thank you, Tom. We now want to bring up some of our legislative heroes. We have Representative Carol Kazim and Leanne Kruger. Are they here? Oh, come on up. We are so proud to stand next to them and to support them in any way they can because they have been with us through this catastrophe, which didn't start last week or a month ago. This has been ongoing, and they're here to make sure that there is zero harm, and we're going to do an analysis, and they're also going to make sure that this is a never event again. Welcome. Thank you, President May. We are always here. We always show up when PASNAP and our union brothers and sisters call.
Yes,
we have been out here for years, sometimes on the picket lines, sometimes for informational pickets, sometimes to call attention to what the administration and Prospect is doing here. We will always show up. So last Thursday, we stood here. We stood here together to fight this closure. And that night, after 9 p.m., Prospect went to court in Texas to ask to close this hospital faster. That was their response. Thankfully, that bankruptcy judge in Texas said no, not yet. And on Sunday, there was a meeting with many parties in Harrisburg convened by the Attorney General's office. Folks, it bought us 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks. And so we are calling yet again on the healthcare systems in the region to step up because that's where these patients are going to go if these doors are closed. Delaware County has stepped up and put up money. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has stepped up and put up money. The Foundation for Delaware County stepped up and put up money. And now we are calling for everybody else to step in with us. And Prospect, we do not want to let you off the hook. Yep. I agree with Senator John King. We've been asking for charges for months, and we will continue to echo that until Prospect pays for what they've done. Thank you, Maria.
When we fight,
we win.
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 That's what I'm talking about. Prospect got us all the way messed up, right? You know, honestly, I think my sister rep here, Leanne Kruger, has said everything that I can honestly just echo, and I'm just proud to be here with all of my sister reps, my brother reps, and honestly, even city council, borough council, mayors, you know, and just all of the advocates that are out here really fighting for our residents, our communities. I thank the workers once again, our fire and our EMS. I know right now is a struggle, but the one thing that I'm just proud of is that we are Delco Strong, and we did not let up despite everything that has happened. We are going to continuously keep fighting. I know Leanne, myself, and others, we've had some sleepless nights, and we're really trying to find a solution, and we are going to find a solution. We don't know what that solution is, but what we do know is that we're going to make sure we put everybody at the table. And I think it's about time that if we have not learned before, is that we have learned now that the mistakes that we have done, we have to right it off. We have to make sure that we fix this. And this is something that we have allowed to happen, not only just locally, but also on the Commonwealth end. Because this is something that has been going on for the last 10 years, and somehow a lot of us has slept during this process. A lot of us had allowed to just sign off checks and said it was okay because we didn't want to take up the job as a Commonwealth. And we can't continue that, or else we're going to keep being here. We have already seen many hospitals close year after year after year after year, and many residents are saying, what are we going to do? Yesterday, with our hearing, I asked yesterday to Peggy and to other testifiers, because I know for me, I don't think I ever asked them, what happened? When Prospect came in, what was the decline? When it came to the patient care, what was the decline in our staff and why? And the main thing I can sit up here and say is the lack of leadership, and that's what Prospect is, lack of leadership. Because if they were true leaders, they would actually put patients first, they would put the community first, and they would put healthcare first. And they did none of that but put money first. So like I said, Prospect got us all the way messed up. And we're going to show them, because when we fight, when we fight, when we fight, now all these healthcare providers, I know y'all louder than that. When we fight, we win. There we go. So Prospect, when we fight, we win, and you're going to meet each and every single one of us. Honestly, I might be driving up to California. Not driving, but catching that plane to Cali, because that's where they at. I think it's time for us to get to California. Lisa, you ready?
Come on up.
Don't look. You ready to get that plane ticket? I think it's time to go to California. Leanne, you guys understand? I'm serious. You guys ready to go to California? Because that's where they at. They're not in Pennsylvania. It's time for us to go to California. And I think it's time for us to meet Prospect at their door and let them know they're going to get up on out of here. Right? When we fight, when we fight, when we fight, that's what I'm talking about. Crozer strong all day long.
Thank you. And we are going to win. We win for the patient. We win for the patient. Zero harm. I also want to thank a lot of our other legislators that are here. Representative Lisa Borowski, Senator Timothy Kearney. We have Representative David DeLusso. We have also Jennifer O'Mara, Representative O'Mara. We also have Representative Regina Young. And we also have Richard Womack, who is the Vice Chair of Delaware County Council. So I want to thank them for supporting us and for being here at this conference and for supporting the community. Oh, Christine Ruther, too. My apologies. She wasn't on my paper.
Hi, next I would like to introduce a colleague of mine, Laura Lambert. Laura's been a long-term nurse here at Crozer, and she's also an officer with the Crozer-Chester Nurses Association.
Hello, everybody. It's a beautiful day. This is an amazing crowd. We're all here together. I can't say I'm 100% Delco, but 36 years, I feel like maybe I'm Delco. I'm kind of Delco. I moved to Delaware County in 1989. I wanted to continue my professional path as an ICU nurse. There was no question that Crozer was the place for me. I have spent 2/3 of my life with my Crozer family, caring for the sickest of patients. I have firsthand seen the result of why we are here, to save the life of a 30-week pregnant mom and her unborn child who was in a motor vehicle accident on 95, to save the life of the 16-year-old gunshot victim, to save the life of the 12-year-old who had just attempted suicide, and the golfer having a heart attack, and the teacher having a stroke, the fireman who just fell through the floor of a burning building. Real stories we see every day. Will we have time to transport miles away? I say no, we will not. I fear lives will be lost. Every single second counts in making decisions and taking actions that improve outcomes and save lives. We are the largest provider of psychiatric care in Delaware County. What will happen to our community when these services are gone? The closure of our hospital would not only devastate our community's access to critical health care, but also directly impact the lives of an estimated 3,200 dedicated employees who call this place their professional home. Jobs lost, families without health care, financial struggle. For many of us, this hospital isn't just where we work. It's where we find purpose. It's where we've built lasting relationships with our patients, celebrated recoveries, and mourned losses together. It's where our colleagues feel like family and where our commitment to our community goes beyond professional duty. We are the faces patients look for in times of crisis, the voices of comfort, and the hands that heal. The passion for providing care to this community is not just a job, it's a calling. And for me, it is my calling. Never could I imagine here in 2025, we are fighting for our system to stay open. Thank you to everybody who is out here supporting us, fighting in unity to keep the Crozer Health system operating. We will not stop fighting. We cannot close. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to introduce Councilman Fred Green, and we also have Mayor Ed Brown. Welcome. They're also here to support us. Fantastic. Thank you. The other people that we need to recognize, we have to thank the community and the citizens here that have come out here because they are so concerned. Many of our citizens are out here begging for care. Why? Why? Because they know harm is coming if we do not resuscitate this system. And we're going to do that because we are Delco strong. Our next speaker, I have Kyle Lombardi from 1199. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lombardi. I'm here radiologist at Care at Crozer. I just want to start by saying that my story started at Crozer. I was born here, I met my husband here, and I had my son here. This has been such a big part of not only my life, but this community. And it hurts me to think that so many families won't get to start their lives here the way I did. I have friends that have been here with me for over 20 years, working alongside me. We've watched as this hospital dwindled to almost nothing when Prospect came in. But I've also watched my coworkers fight to save this community's hospital and to stay strong and to show up every day, not knowing whether the doors will be closed tomorrow. But we still show up, we still do the work, and we still care for the patients. Because these aren't just patients, these are our family. We know them by name, by faces, they know us. They know when we walk in the door, we're gonna care for them like they are our family. And that means something. I don't know many hospitals that take care of their patients as well as our hospital does. People say all the time that Crozer is a family, and it's true. And it's going to be such a disservice to this community, the coworkers I work with, and the families, when this hospital, or if this hospital didn't make it, but it will. Because I know that we are not only Delco strong, Crozer strong, we care about each other, and we're going to fight. And we're not going to let Prospect take us down.
And to close this out today, I'd like to invite a retired Crozer nurse, Bev Relier.
Hi everybody, can you hear me okay? Yeah. I asked for a megaphone and I got a microphone, so I feel kind of special here.
Move it up.
I just want to let you know I'm looking out in this crowd. These are my family. This people's my family. I'm retired, but I still remember when your children were born and your grandchildren were born and your parents died. And you know, we've seen babies come in here and grow up and come to work here. Prospect took a struggling health system and pulled the rug right out from under it. We went from heroes to zeros in no time at all. During COVID, all of us came in here. All of us risked our lives. All of us went home and stripped our underwear outside so we wouldn't take it into our family. And you know what they told us we needed to do? Wear trash bags over our clothes because they would not buy gowns. This is unacceptable in any healthcare system. This community needs us. And I'm going to, hold on a minute because I've got to get this, so you know, just as soon as I'm ready. I want to end this on a positive note. This community, we can do this. I don't even live in this community, but I am bound to Crozer by my heart. It's been in my heart for 40 years. I raised my daughter because I could get a job here. You know, a single mom, I raised my child on the job opportunity I was given here, and there's an awful lot of other people. So, excuse me. Those who know me know that this is what happens. So, to end on a positive note, I'm not too close enough, am I? I'm not Jordan Malata. I don't have a good singing voice. But I got a big damn heart. And I would like you to join me. You're broken down and tired. We're living life in a merry-go-round. You can't find the fighter. And I see it in you, so we're going to walk it out. We're going to walk it out. We're going to move mountains. And we will rise up. Rise like the day. Rise, come on. Rise unafraid. Rise up. And we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you. And you. And you.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. I remain HAZNAP proud, not because I'm the president, because of this. Because of this. Because we take action. We are not just a union. We are union strong, but we are Delco strong, and we are committed to patient advocacy and to do no harm. 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 Thank you.